Morning students. In previous class we have seen about chmod command. So the lecture contents are of this file attributes and permissions are the chown command followed by examples and then the chgrp command and then the examples regarding the chgrp command. So these are all the lecture contents. And then coming to the lecture objective. So the main objective of this lecture is, so after completion of this lecture, the student will be able to understand the usage of the chown command, that means change owner command of Unix and shell programming, as well as students will also be able to understand the usage of the chgrp command, that is change group command of Unix and shell programming. So and then coming to the outcome. So at the end of this lecture, the student will be able to understand the importance of chmod, chmod as well as chown as well as chgrp command of Unix and shell programming, So these are all the lecture contents, lecture objectives and the lecture outcomes. Next, now we will start with the chown. So the purpose of it is to check the ownership of a file in a Unix. Okay, so the main purpose of this chown command is to, by using the chown command, we can check the ownership of a file or directory in Unix or Linux operating system. So first of all, so before we are going to apply this chown command, so first of all, we will check whatever the original file or the file owner or group before making the particular changes to the chown command. Okay, we cannot directly simply change this ownership of the file or directory. Before that one, we have to first check whether there is a file of who is the particular owner of the file as well as the group of the file. Okay, so just look at here. So the syntax is chown new user and then file name. So what the format or the syntax of this command is chown new user and then file name. Okay, so let us say, now we will see one of the example for the how to change the owner of the file name. Okay, so the example I have given as chown. So the new user is test and the file name is I have taken as sample. So I have taken as a sample. So chown test and then sample. So now all of you just see here. So we will have one screenshot of this how we are going to change the owner of the file. So once again I'm recalling here. So in this case, so chown test, so the new owner is test and then sample. Okay, so once again, while executing this command, we have to type ls option L and then the file, the name of the file, that is sample. Okay, so once we type this command, we get the entire details of the file. Okay, so already this is the root, that is the owner, already existing owner is root, and then group is group test, and then the so-called file size along with the file name is called as sample. Now we cannot change the owner name. For that purpose, we will require super user. That means we have to type before chown command sudo. That means super user. So if we cannot simply change the owner, we have to add the sudo and then the chown command, and then whatever the new owner, that is the name we have to type here. That is test and then along with the sample. So this is how we are going to change the owner, and then how we can change. So whatever the changes you have done, how we are going to use that one? By using the ls option L and then sample. So now we are all of us see here. So whatever the changes we have done now, so again it shows with a red mark. So the permissions remains as it is. And the root will become test. The remaining group name is same, and then the file size is same, and the last data of modification along with the file name. So it remains as it is. In some cases we can use the owner name, and some cases it can be also done with the UID. So let us say, so we have to first use the chown. Apart the user name, we have used the user ID along with the file name. So in this case, we have taken the example. The file name is sample2. So this is the way to change the owner name. Instead of owner, we can use the UID. That means user ID. So not owner name, we'll use UID. Okay, this is the best example. Next, similarly, we can go for change the ownership of multiple Linux files. Whenever we want to change the owner, it cannot be restricted to the only one file. It can be also applicable for the multiple Linux files. Okay, we have to make some spaces between the file names. Okay, and For example, in the following example, root will be the new owner of the file, sample2 and sample3 will be the file names. Okay, and for example, coming to the syntax here, chown, that means change owner, and the owner name is root. The file names will be sample2 and then sample. The file names will be sample2 and then sample. So that is about the how we can change the multiple Linux file. Yeah. So this is the syntax of to change the group, only group. So it starts with chown and then colon, whatever the group you want to make it as, that is the new group and then file name, then followed by the file name. Okay, so here the following example changes the group of the file. For example, what is the group of the file? Sample3, from the test to group 3. The example here, the example is, so chown same as it is, same colon. So the group name is, what are the group name we want to add? Group test2. So this from group test to group 3, as well as the file name is, we have written as a sample3 here. We have written as a sample3 here. And then coming to the execution of this, how we can change the group command is here like this. Whenever you went to the terminal and you just as it is, you can type the same command, just whatever I have mentioned here, $ls option L. It will list all the files and directories. Again, you have to use this sudo command. So it cannot directly go for chown. So we have to add in front of the chown sudo and then colon. We have to add this group name. That means group 3 and the file name is as it is, sample3. And then again press the ls option L, and then again press the ls option L. Group test will become as group 3, similar to the UID, but here we are using a group ID instead of the group name. The exact meaning is, instead of group name we can use the group ID, that is in shortcut we can call it as a GID. For example, chown colon means only we have to mention the GID, and the final one is the file name. So this is the example. But so in this way we can change the GID of a file. So far we have seen individually changing the owner, changing the UID, and then changing the only group. After that, changing the group ID, GID. Now after that one, we will see about the how to change both owner and as well as the group. So for in Unix or Linux operating system, so if we want to change any owner of the file and its group at the same time, run at the chown command in this form. How we can run this one is this format. So this is the syntax of this one is, so this is the syntax. The syntax will be, starts with the chown. So by default, in front of that one, we have to add $chown. Whatever the new user you want to apply, that is new user has to be mentioned, and then whatever the new group you want to be appear, that has to be typed here, and then as usual you have to mention the file name here. So therefore it will set the Linux user as the new owner. So the new user is we have taken as a Linux user, and the group 2 as the new group, and the group 2 as the new group of the file. The file name is I have taken as a sample2. On what the new user name will be Linux user, and the new group name will be group 3, and the file name will be sample3, and the file name will be sample3. Now coming back to the one more example of the very very important one, the chown command. So transferring the ownership as well as the group settings from one file to the another file. So how we can perform ownership of from as well as group from one file to another file. Okay, so rather than changing the ownership of the specific user, you can use the owner and group of a reference file. We can only use the owner and group of a reference file. So just the syntax for this one is, all of you see here, the syntax for this one is, okay, so add the dash reference option to the chown command. So in front of the chown command, so we can add the -- reference name, okay, in front of the chown command, and to copy the settings. So the exact meaning is to how to copy the settings from one file to another file. So suppose if you want to copy the settings from one file to the, let us say file 1 to file 2, we can add this option, that is -- reference option. We can add this -- reference option. So now coming to the syntax here. So by default we have to add $, the change owner command. So just add double dash reference is equal to whatever the file you want to refer is equal to reference file, and then how to copy to the new file. That means reference file to whom we are going to copy. That means the actual file name. So this is the reference file and this is the actual file name. Now coming back to the execution of how it will be done. So once again, by typing the sudo chown, as usual this chown. So in front of the chown we have to add compulsory. Without that one it will not be executed. Chown double dash reference is equal to, so whatever the reference file name, let us say the reference file name is test file 1 and then the actual file name is test file 2. So simply it will copy the settings from the one file to another file. What the file 1 here, test file 1 to test file 2, test file 1 to test file 2. So this is the example of the transferring the ownership as well as the group setting from one file to the another file. And then the usage of the chown command as symbolic links. So symbolic link, as already I told you that the meaning of symbolic link is it is a link to create it just act as a soft link, okay, to refer the file names. So okay, so to change the owner of a symbolic link, so we can use the option H. So otherwise we can use the ownership of the linked file, that will be changed. So how it can be done, we can go through with the one example here. As usual we can use $ls option L. We have to mention the whatever the symbolic link you want to use and then the file name. So apart from ls option L, your symbolic link name, the name of the symbolic link and then file name will display here. All of you see here, this is the link. So this is called as soft link. This is known as the soft link. The remaining is as it is, the permissions which whatever we know, that one, read permission, write permission and the execute permission. Read permission, write permission and the execute permission. Okay. So after that one, so we have the owner name and the group name. Owner name is test here, the group name is group test here, and the file size and what data was created. Now the name of symbolic link will be this, and the how to whom it is referenced, to whom it is linked. The linked file name is text file. By using this symbolic link command, though what it does, the purpose of symbolic link is, so it will link the whatever the file we have referenced, it will simply link to that one by using a symbol called as pointer. Text file data is this one. Okay, so the owner is root, group is also root. This is the data of the text file. So now we are going to use as usual the sudo command. So sudo, we have to type the sudo command and then we can use this chown command typed as Linux user and the colon link, the symbolic link name, that is colon symbolic link. Okay. So once I done with that one, after that one again I can use the same whatever I have used the first one, ls option L, symbolic link and the text file. Okay. So by typing that command it will display about Linux user and the Linux user, okay, of this text. So after that one, push the changes to the link, we can run the chown command with the flag called as H. Okay, so the syntax will be chown, just add H, option H, new user, whatever the owner name, colon, group name. At a time I'm talking about, at a time both owner name and group name. So new user, colon, group name and the symbolic link. Following example, we change the owner and group of a symbolic link. Okay, in the following example we change the owner and the group of the symbolic link. As usual sudo chown, just now I mentioned here now, what is the option we are going to add? H. Okay, so now the new user will be, that means Linux user colon symbolic link. That is the usage of the sudo command with the option H. Now we have to mention the as it is ls option L, the symbolic link name and the file name. Okay, so once we type that command, so whatever the changes we want to apply now to the particular symbolic link, so now it will appear as the same here. Now see here again the link name will be appear in front of the permissions. The link name will be appeared in front of the file names, and then the new owner will be Linux user, the new group will be Linux user, and then the remaining are on what date of creation, the file size. Now it will be linked to the text file we are represented here now. To whom it is linked here? To text file only. So symbolic link will be represented and then we have to use this pointer along with the text file. After completion of the chown command, now we will go through the chgrp command. Chgrp stands for change group command. Okay, so the main purpose of, as I said earlier, in Unix or Linux, whatever it may be, you can take either Unix or Linux operating system. The purpose is to change the group ownership of a file or a directory. Okay, so that is the main purpose of the the chgrp command, the main purpose of the chgrp command. Now coming to this one, so how to change? The first question is, the first example illustrates us how to change the group of a file or directory using chgrp. So let us say, suppose if you want to change the group of a file, so the file name is file1, whose current group is as well mentioned as Himanshu. File name is file1, group name is Himanshu. So what is the syntax for that one? So the syntax will be, so chgrp root and the file name is file1. Okay, so that is the syntax of the chgrp command. Now we will see execution of the chgrp command. Now once again, as usual, we can type the $ls option lr and the file name is file1. We have cases, owner name will be same, Himanshu, and the group name will be same. Okay, and the file name will be, your file name is as it is file1, and then it can reappear as, so same whatever we have done for the first one, ls, your whatever the group we want to change, the group name and the file name. So once I type this command, it will display about the permissions as well as the file names are same. The owner is still same. Where is the change here? The group name is root, so it will become as root. The remaining is same. How chgrp deals with the symbolic links? How chgrp deals with the symbolic link? Already I told you now in chown command. So the purpose of symbolic link is, whatever the file we are referencing, that will be linked to the that particular file. So in this case, by default, the chgrp command affects the referent of a symbolic link. Means that any change made through the tool does not get applied to the symbolic link, but to the file it is referencing. So how it can be done, we will see in detail now. So this is the example I have taken here. First of all, in the first screenshot, what I have done here, dollar. So file1 symbolic link. Now, so both file1 and file1 symbolic have their owner and group set to the Himanshu. Now just see in the next example. So what I have done here, I have typed the ls and the whatever owner name and the file name. So once I type it will display the group name as well as the owner name. So in this case, owner name is Himanshu and the group name is Himanshu. Here, now I want to add ls option lrt is as it is. Now, what is the symbolic link name? We have applied here now, file1 symbolic link. Just type this one, file1 symbolic link here. Finally, so file symbolic link and then pointer name and whatever the file1 we are having. So how to make chgrp pick group information from a reference file? So if you want, if you can ask the chgrp command to pick the group information from a file, saving you the effort to manually specifying group name on the command line. So this is the syntax. Now the actual syntax for this one is, so we have to add chgrp as it is. In front of that one, we have to add -- reference is equal to reference file name to whom we are going to refer, and then actual file name. The detailed example here. Now in this case, so the same will be represented here, chgrp -- reference is equal to, so what is the reference file I have taken here? File2, and then actual file name is file1. So what it does, this command will make the group ownership of a file1. Okay, same as that of the file2. How we can change the contents of the file2 to the file1? We are using some syntax. The syntax is sudo, so super user do it, chgrp command, and the first the group name and the file name along with the symbolic link name. So how it can be done, we will see with this example. ls and whatever the group ship you want to change, the group name and the file name and the symbolic link. Once I type this command, it will appear like this. Okay, so that means it appears in the sense only it will display the file information. After that one, it will also display about the both file1 along with that to whom it is linked, in the sense it will be linked to the file1 symbolic link. So again it reappears the so-called the symbolic link name. Okay, however, if you want to, you can change this behavior by using the h option. So sudo, same thing, chgrp. So just add the option h in front of the same syntax is same, but just add the option h, root and the file1 and then symbolic link. So ls the group name. Now we can just add the symbolic link name. So once we type this command, it will display the details regarding the, so whatever the group now in the previous case, in the previous group is Himanshu now. I want to make it as a, according to a syntax, so I want to make it as a root. So Himanshu is as it is, but root group name will be changed. So now we will see about the practical example of this one. So sudo, just add sudo chgrp only group dash or -- reference is equal to, let us say the first file1. File1 is abc.txt, file2 is cfg. As usual, you can type $ls option l. It will list total 8 will be files or directories will be there. So now we have to appear the first file name is abc.txt, the next data of the second file name. In both cases, the owner name will be same, but group name is somewhat different. Group name will be somewhat different. Now, just now told you now, apply this command. Apply this command sudo cagrp dash r reference is equal to, for the first file name, abc.txt space, next file name is cf. Next, again type the ls option l.